Bonjour and hello everybody, my name is Y Cooper Y and welcome back to another vlog. Today, for all you Guardians out there, is the day that Bungie did a live, I guess obviously a live stream, but a Twitch stream of their Ages of Triumph, which is going to be the last bit of content created for Destiny. Now, for me, that is an odd place to think. It seems a little bittersweet. Destiny has been a big game for me, and I'm sure it has been for some of you as well. I've played it a lot. I've put a lot of hours into it. My car lanyard is a Destiny lanyard. So I love the game. It's had its ups and downs. It's had some bad metas, some good metas. But the thing that's been pretty good consistently, besides when there's heavy salt on the Reddit forums, is the community. You guys. I remember when the Fort McMurray fires happened, which was a huge fire, took up like a shitload of land. 80,000 people had to be evacuated or lost their homes, and it was a big thing. And I remember people were posting in the forum saying like, this is my buddy who lost everything in the fire. What can we do for him? People were sending these people like custom made 3D printed ghosts and posters and weapons and making really thoughtful quotes and stuff. Or even just like the lore going into it. It's been a really great community. So it's a little bittersweet seeing Destiny 1 come to a close and Destiny 2 open, because it's obviously very exciting, and of course I want to play Destiny 2 and it's going to be great and I'm going to love it, but it almost saddens me that Destiny 1 is ending. So much stuff has changed. I wrote an article today on my Facebook page about it, but I'll touch on it here, saying like, I remember when Destiny 1 came out. It's weird saying Destiny 1. Anyways, I remember when it came out, it seemed a little overwhelming to me. The subclasses, the classes, the weapon statistics, I didn't really understand. The discipline or the intellect or whatever. The factions, I didn't really understand. I didn't even play Vault of Glass in the first, like, in the vanilla Destiny. I didn't understand, right? I mean, I got to the max level and stuff, but I didn't really understand what I was doing. I was just kind of plugging it out, and eventually I got good gear by just striking a shitload and stuff. But then, before the Dark Below came out, me and my girlfriend started dating. So when Dark Below came out, I thought, hey, I'm gonna start a new game so that we can kind of play it together. And I let her do all the cosmetic stuff, the shaders, the emblems. She always did that kind of stuff. Or if two pieces of gear were as good as each other, she would choose which one. And we had this thing together, and Destiny was something that we did together. We'd come home and she'd be like, okay, well, let's do trials or whatever, right? And it was just something that we did. And that escalated to the point where when I'd do raids, she would be the person who would find me the raid groups. And it escalated from there to the point where the people who were regulars who played with me a lot, she was actually called the queen of LFG, because she had the ability to go on LFG, find good Guardians in the cesspool of fucking Guardians posting shitty stuff. She found like good guys, and a lot of those people I still talk to today just because I was able to find those people. And then when Rise of Iron came out, she decided she wanted to play it for herself, and she went out and got the game, and we grinded it out from her level 20, because she got that little thing that boosts you, but from the beginning, and grew her up to like 370 or whatever. Now it's really cool they're bringing back all the old raids, so it's gonna be fun to go back and do Vault of Glass and Crota's End, and especially King's Fall, because King's Fall is probably my favorite raid, and I played it a shitload and I loved it. But it's good to go back on those things. But it's almost sad. Like I like to think that I'm not an overly emotional guy, but it just seems like something that's been a mainstay. It's been a piece of something. I don't know, it's a game and it's just a thing, but it's gone through a lot of stuff. There's been a lot of good and bad things that have happened to the game, and a lot of good and bad things that have happened to me over the course of the time, but something that's been consistent is that relationship between the game, the community, and me. And then there's the three come together, and it really helps. all those endless nights frustratingly not being able to beat the raid were worth it with all the good shit that came from it. And it's just, it's weird. As I was saying, it's weird to just say Destiny 1 thinking that it's concluding and there's going to be a sequel. It's just, it's an odd place to be. But yeah, so I don't think I'm an overly emotional guy unless I'm playing Telltale's The Walking Dead or I'm watching the end of How I Met Your Mother. Because if you don't find that shit sad or emotional, or you don't weep like a baby, then you have no fucking soul. But it makes me sad. Like, I'm actually like reminiscent of it. Seeing the Twitch stream today, I was just thinking, like, when they were talking about stuff, I'm like, man, like, I remember being scared of going into the Vault of Glass, or even the last level of the vanilla game. Like, I remember killing the heart of the Black Garden and being like, this is a triumph, this is a big fucking thing, all the way to the Taken King, all the way to Lord Shaxx and Saladin and all that shit, the Machine King, Crota, all this stuff. It's all just accumulated into this big time and fun and enjoyment and frustration, but it's been that relationship that we've been able to make, and it's just it's bittersweet is the best word. I know I've used it a little bit and I've kind of been harping about it, but it's a bittersweet thought that we're graduating to something better, hopefully, but we're leaving behind something great. And I know that they say that they're going to still support it, but I know that it's the last bit of content, and it's going to be odd. And I'm definitely still going to be playing the shit out of it, especially like the days leading up or the weeks leading up to Destiny 2. I'm going to be like fiending that shit. But I just wanted to bring up the reminiscent, bittersweet thoughts of Destiny. So Guardians, we got to gear up and head back into the Vault of Glass, Crota's Temple, fucking... Sorry, some idiot doesn't know how to drive. Got to go back and fight in Oryx's lair, smash the machine god, and we can do it all now at the full light level. So I hope whoever plays Destiny, if you do, leave a comment down below and let me know. Leave your PSN and let's rate it up. Let's do it, man. I'm totally ready, and I'm ready to just, I'm like foaming at the mouth for this. So leave a comment down below with your PSN and we'll do this together. As some of you may know, me and my girlfriend recently bought our first house together. And something you notice right away when you buy a house is, especially when you're coming from an apartment, is how much more fucking room you have. Like, I remember when we first moved in, there were like 2 or 3 rooms that had nothing in it because we were like, oh, well, shit, all of our stuff fits in like the living room. We've now gotten furniture and stuff, and we got it full now. But something else that I've noticed is the sounds a house makes, especially in Canada here, where it can get pretty cold and pretty warm. I live in a valley, in a sort of rural kind of area, so when it gets cold, it gets super fucking cold, and when it gets warm, it gets really, really, really hot. But when it's sort of in the middle, those sways are big. So in the day, it could be positive 10 degrees Celsius, and at night, negative 20 degrees Celsius. But that's like in 24-hour span, just because of the way that the shit I don't know, I'm not a whatever science, but I'm the kind of guy who, and you'll know this if you follow me on Instagram, who, and the links for that are in the description for this, but I'm the kind of guy who somehow migrates to creepy and scary shit every time I'm on YouTube. And because it takes some time to get that point, it's always fucking 3, 4 in the morning by the time I get there. But I'll be watching videos like top 10 bosses in PlayStation games, and then it'll be like top 10 creepiest levels in non-scary games. Then it'll be like top 10 creepy whatever, and that just slowly digresses into like top 10 footage of satanic rituals, or like top 10 ghost sightings, or like murders caught on, like just like fucking crazy shit, like just delving into the dark part of the internet. Like I just get sucked through this hole that just jumps one step darker each time, and then I look around, I'm like, holy fuck, it's black. But what happens is it's nighttime at this point. So I'm already kind of like on edge because I'm sitting there. The only light is either like my TV screen or my laptop screen. So it's dark. But I'm sitting in the house. But because there are those temperature sways and because there's a lot of room, and in houses there's creaking and moving and shit, I'm sitting in my house and I'm in my head, because of what I'm watching and where I am, I'm like, there's somebody upstairs. There's a fucking murderer in the house. I'm done. This is me. I'm over. My life's done. See ya. Had a good one. GG. And it's worst when it's like 2 or 3 in the morning and my girlfriend's like falling asleep on the couch beside me. The cat is on the arm of the couch and the dog is laying on her bed, like all on the same floor, and I can see them all. And then I hear like creaking upstairs and I'm like, well, I can't just say this is one of the animals. It's a fucking demon, because obviously that's where my head goes. So it's just a funny thing. So when you get a house, know that it makes creaking noises and shit. And I know obviously that's just an obvious fact, but at like 4 in the morning when I'm watching like the most fucked up shit imaginable, like barely, like not even on purpose, like I didn't try to go there, it just happened. I'm in the headspace of like death, disaster, demons, and scariness. So then like a wall creaks from the cold and I'm like, ah, fucking guns up, shooting shit. Like it's scary, and it's a funny thing, especially like our deck. When the deck gets really cold and then starts warming up, it pops and cracks and stuff. Like it's loud enough that when my dog steps in and makes one of those cracks, she like jumps because she's like, what the fuck is that? So a squirrel will walk across my deck at like 3 in the morning while I'm watching one of these like top 10 satanic cult groups. And I'll start hearing popping outside, and my mind just races to death. And I know when I'm speaking about it now, I see how irrational it is and how just dumb it is. But in the moment, it's horrifying. And I know even though I'm speaking about it right now, 3 days from now, when I'm doing the exact same thing and I'm watching like found footage of like other scary shit, it's gonna happen to me again just because I'm in that space. And it was really bad the day I made my first Resident Evil 7 VR video, which is somewhere on this channel. So if you find that, give it a watch. You get to see me scream like a little bitch. I might leave it in the description if I'm thirsty enough for the views. But yeah, but it was bad the first night because when I played it for a long time. So I was kind of getting some of that little like locomotion sickness. Like I was like, whoa, this is kind of made me feel weird. Like I didn't feel sick, I just felt weird. I was terrified that since I was a kid, like it was scary as fuck. And then naturally I'm watching like horrible like CCTV cameras of people going missing and shit, and it's like the last footage of them alive or something, and them doing weird stuff or whatever. So not only is Resident Evil in my brain and fucking Mia flying up staircase at me, I have CCTV footage of people going missing, and I'm in my house where there's creaking upstairs, and every living person / creature in my house is within vision shot. And I'm like, well, should I just kill myself so that the demon can't do it, or what should I do? But it's just it's funny to think of how irrational and silly you can be when you scare yourself into that. Well, guys, I think that wraps up today's vlog. Thank you for coming and viewing this. I enjoy making this stuff for you. It makes my drive homes much less lonely, as some of you may already know. If you like the video, please drop a like and subscribe. So I hope you guys have a good day. And as always, I will see you in the next video.